Is our flagger. Off and running now, the last minute, and the green flag. Race control, I did not get the full countdown there, but they are up and going now. Folks, this is 3 laps wide open into the first of 2 mandatory competition cautions. As you see right now, Erik Davis, he is out in front. Right next to him, that is Bill Hines, as a single file through turns 1, 2, and 3 around the fountains. They have to stay out of the grass, out of those bushes, or they will be penalized. Here we are right now. They are single file. This is a tight section. We haven't seen a lot of passing through this section. Now keep in mind, the faster drivers there towards the back. If you finished well yesterday, you get penalized by being so good. You're moved to the back of the pack. Our drivers that did not fare as well, they are in the front right now. Erik Davis, he is back racing. His truck survived, and he's feeling great after a big crash yesterday as he leads the pack. Behind him, it is Bill Hines, Davey Hamilton Jr., Miles Cheek. Big air coming out of turn 7. Big air right there going into 8. We get into another very fast section. This is a tricky turn, turn 8. We've seen a lot of accidents in all the different classes right here. In that True Fuels truck pushing really wide. Drafting, very important in these trucks. They hold up a lot of air, a lot of wind, so drafting is a big deal. You see Erik Davis, he's pulling a bit of a lead over Bill Hines. Bill Hines nice and easy to the inside. Single file through. There is Robby Gordon already making his way through the pack. Gordon starting back in the 9th position, now moving up to mid-pack, that number 7 Toyo Tires entry. Well, little bit of mistake from first and second. Bill Hines, he comes in hot. He spins it around. They thread the needle around him. Hines stays on the pipe. Wide open down Shoreline Drive. It is Davis, Hamilton, Lodi. They are looking good. You see them all hammering down through the front stretch. Good run for lap number 1 for Bill Hines. We run in a little too deep in the last and final turn. Made a bit of a mistake right now, allowing our leader, Erik Davis, to gain a lead. But right now, a lot of pressure on him. As we see behind Davis, it looks like Davey Hamilton Jr.
Gordon goes into 3rd.
Robby Gordon moves all the way up to 3rd out. Ari Lyondike Jr. in his Live United Fiber and Data number 25 gets into the tire wall. Meanwhile, number 7, the Toyo Tires driver of Robby Gordon, doing the impossible from 9th starting position all the way up to what could be a podium spot for him later in this race, in 3rd position in 1 lap, right behind Robby Gordon. It is the True Fuels number 50-1 of Jeff Hoffman. Hoffman trying to follow Robby Gordon's lines to own the school right now, trying to figure out the fast way around the track. Right behind Gordon is behind Hoffman, Troy Deedy. There's the FB Festivals out of China, our upcoming races there right around the corner. There is Gordon putting a lot of pressure on the teammates out in front. Gordon to the inside of Hamilton Jr. 2 of them drag racing back and forth. Oh, Robby Gordon with a big pass moves into 2nd place. Gordon has found another gear today as he is on the gas. Erik Davis getting a little snaky back in there, right to the right and to the left. Little smoke coming off those Toyo tires as pressure is applied by him, by the number 7. Gordon goes to the inside. Meanwhile, there's Paul the Dude Morris. Pieces falling off Gravel's truck. Smoke bellowing off Gordon's tires. He goes to the inside. Second to last turn and takes the lead. Only 2 laps in. Wild ride for Robby Gordon. Gordon, huge air off that second jump on Shoreline Drive. You see him getting a little bit sideways there, almost controlling the truck while flying through the air. Meanwhile, trying to battle through the pack, you see Ari Lyondike, Paul the Dude Morris. Look at these guys go 4 wide as they go into turn number 1. Little bit of paint swap right there. Gavin Harlan in the Royal Purples truck gets into another competitor. 4 wide down to 2, single file around the fountains. Right now, Erik Davis trying to hold that 2nd place. Hamilton Jr., he drops back a spot. Good racing right there between Troy Deedy and the Royal Purple truck as you see him back and forth, swapping a lot of paint. The number 257 looking great. That is actually Miles Cheek. Miles Cheek, he is a short course dirt track driver. He's been racing trophy carts and pro lights and doing very well. This is his first time on a street course, getting used to these types of speed. Gordon setting up his line, changing lanes in the air. No one in front of him. He is out for blood right now as he just missed a podium spot yesterday. He needs to finish in front of Paul Morris right now to get where he needs to be for an overall. If he stays where he is and the math works out, that may give him a first place overall, knocking Brabham backwards. So Matty Brabham, he's got a lot of work to do. Keep in mind, folks, we are going to have a mandatory competition caution right around the corner. There's the True Fuel number 50-1 black and yellow truck. That is Hoffman. His hood starting to get shoved up in his face a little bit. You see him coming around again for Shoreline Drive. Smoke off the tires of Harlan in the 55. Body parts are flying off of Miles Cheek's truck as these guys are getting very aggressive right now. Hamilton in second. Harlan in third. Miles Cheek in fourth. Paul the Dude Morris rounding out your top 5 right now. There is Ari Lyondike Jr. and Erik Davis. Big battle right now for them for 8th place. You see there is Gordon looking comfortable. He's able to pick the lines he wants. Open air, no one in front of him to slow him down. Gavin Harlan, newfound confidence after yesterday's podium finish, his first podium in his Stadium Super Truck career with a 3rd place in race number 1 here this weekend in Long Beach. Now he's on the gas in P2. He's got his sights set on Robby Gordon right now. Right behind Harlan is a great battle between Miles Cheeks and Davey Hamilton Jr., open wheel driver, racing against a closed course dirt driver, off-road driver. 2 completely different aspects of motorsports coming together as one right there, as the 2 of them are battling back and forth for that 3rd and 4th spot. So this is, folks, your first mandatory competition caution in Speed Energy Stadium Super Trucks. There's a good view of the hood peeling off the True Fuel driver of Hoffman. There's Robby Gordon. He's doing his best Doug DeMocus. Robby Gordon, always a showman. Look at that. Is that Matty Brabham? Matty Brabham says, it's redemption time. Terry, if you remember, on Friday after qualifying, Matty Brabham said, I'm going to try 2-wheeling. He got up on the ramp and drove directly into the wall. He literally went about 13 and a half feet, drove right into the wall, but that was redemption time for him as he's having some fun out there as well. Now, folks, this is one of 2 mandatory competition cautions you're going to see in this race. It is 3 laps, which we just competed. Those laps are now in the record books. This comp caution, this will be a single file rolling restart. 3 more laps of racing with 1 last and final mandatory competition caution as well. Then it'll be a drag race to the checkered flag. There is the Arctic Cat Speed Cat 77 1000 cc's of Arctic Cat engineering by Robby Gordon, Arctic Cat, and Todd Romano. He is piloting that pace vehicle right now. As we get ready to go green, it's a rolling start. You see Robby Gordon, he stacks the pack back up, gets on the binders before the last turn here. And you see him getting ready to go. The leader will set the pace for this restart. Gordon's on the gas, they're off and running. Robby Gordon wide open right hand. Gavin Harlan to 55, Royal Purple truck. Hamilton Jr. looking good as well. Now they're off and run. This is going to be 3 more laps, folks. 3 more laps into the next mandatory comp caution. Right now we are Gordon, Harlan, Hamilton Jr., Cheek, Morris rounds out your top 5. Brabham, he's in 6th. He needs to move up. Gordon needs to finish in front. He needs to finish in front of Brabham in order to get his overall points for this weekend. Brabham has a lead on points by quite a few running into this race. So Brabham, he needs to push it, push it, push it. He's only got 1 more comp caution that he can use to his favor. As you see him now about mid-pack, he is in 6th position, putting some problems. He's already been to 5th, putting some pressures on Miles Cheek. Miles Cheek has one of our senior veterans in Stadium Super Trucks hot on his tail, goes to the inside, makes quick work of Cheek. Gets to the inside, nice clean pass around turn 7. Up on 3 wheels for all those competitors as they go over the FB Festivals trying to jump downhill on Pine Street. Now, Brabham goes to the inside of Hamilton as well. Now, Brabham setting his sight on our leaders. It is Gordon, Harlan, and Brabham. Looks like right now Hamilton Jr. not letting Brabham get away with it too easily. Brabham goes to the inside, not going to make it. Smokes off Lyondike's tires. Lyondike hard in there. Cheek pile drives the tires all on his lonesome. Puts that CMI Precision Engineering truck into the tire walls all alone. A lot of pressure on that young man. His first race out here in Stadium Super Trucks. Meanwhile, out in front, it is Robby Gordon, Gavin Harlan, Matt Brabham in the 83, Hamilton Jr. So great race so far. We're starting to see the body panels peeling off these trucks. as we're reaching about the halfway marker. That is Paul the Dude Morris, the multi-platinum recording artist, live sponsoring that truck. Paul Morris, his hood is peeled up and now kind of out of his way. You wouldn't want to be the passenger of that truck as the hood is up over the passenger side of the windshield. Now Morris has clean sight. He is on the gas and able to move forward. So right now it looks like it is Morris, and then the 52 and the True Value, I'm sorry, the True Oil truck right there moving forward. That is the number 50-1 True Fuel out of Phoenix, Arizona of Jeff Hoffman. So right now it is Dude, Hamilton, Hoffman, and Lyondike. Great race right there, mid-pack. Meanwhile, out in front, it is Gordon, Harlan, and Brabham. Not necessarily checking out on the track, but they got an angry dude right now. An angry dude. He is out of Queensland, Australia. V8 supercar, superstar. As you see him there with his hood shoved up in his face, doing everything he can to catch the pack. He is in the hunt for an overall podium position. And there is the replay right now. The 257 of Cheek gets a little wide there. The tires keep him from spinning out. Luckily, that was a soft hit. Probably just some body damage on that truck, or the CMI Precision truck. The Outlaw LED number 257 of Cheek. There is smoke off the tires of Harlan. Brabham hot on his tail. That's our top three. Down Shoreline Drive. Wide open right now. Big airtime. The dude, he's starting to catch the pack. Hoffman looking good. Ari Lyondike Jr., he's getting in the mix. Keep in mind, folks, right around the corner is the second and final mandatory competition caution, which is going to pack this pack back up again and give these guys an opportunity to strike. The name of the game, get where you need to be so you can strike like a cobra in the last 3 laps. Keep your truck together. Keep it in one piece. Stay calm. And that's what you see our top couple drivers doing right now. See Miles Cheek in the 257. He has pulled into the pits. Possible body damage on that vehicle. Meanwhile, out in front, Toyo tires and KMC wheels. They are your leaders right now with Robby Gordon behind the wheel of that truck. This is your second and final mandatory competition caution as we get ready to go into 3 more laps of high-flying action. Those ramps you see out there offering that airtime, those are set up by Ahern Equipment Rentals and Crane Rental Services. So they're setting up the Toyo tire ramps and the KMC ramps and the FB Life Festival ramps. That's our China racing. That's happening this year. Very exciting stuff going over to China with Stadium Super Trucks. So we are now getting ready to pack them back up. We're seeing some body damage, but we're seeing some also interesting things. Right now, Robby Gordon and Matty Brabham, they're fighting for the overall for the win. If it stays the way it is, Brabham will hold on to the overall for the weekend. But we know he doesn't want just the overall. Matt Brabham with his Safecraft truck, he's going to want to win this race as well. He's not going to want an overall with a second place in day 2. So Matty Brabham, number 83, Safecraft Safety Equipment. Devilbliss, new sponsor is Val Devilbliss is involved. They are one of the world's largest in the spray finish industry for automotive and industrial. So very exciting stuff, having a new sponsor on Matty Brabham's truck for this race here in Long Beach. And there is one more. There is Todd Romano, one of the guys very involved with the design of this new Arctic Cat Speed Cat 77 you see out there as the Stadium Super Trucks pace vehicle. So now you see Robby Gordon, he's slowing down, packing the pack back up. You see race control talking to Romano, talking to Gordon, telling him what's going on. Right now we are Robby Gordon in first place. Behind him, Matty Brabham, Gavin Harlan rounding out your top 3. Fourth place, Paul the Dude Morris with the hood peeled off. That is an angry dude in there, working his way all the way through the pack. Right behind him in 5th place is the True Fuel, number 50-1 fuel gas ratio of the Hoff, Jeff Hoffman, his hood peeled off as well. And now we see what the holdup was there that gave Miles Cheek an opportunity to come back around and catch up to the pack so he can be part of the racing here. So we see ready to go. Robby Gordon will set the pace once again for the last final 3 laps. Really slow over there. KMC wheels jumping on the gas. Robby Gordon is off and running. 3 more high-flying laps ready to go. As they drag race down Shoreline Drive, this is your last and final green flag. Oh, and there goes the hood off of Paul the Dude Morris' truck, flying sky high. Now he's got a little more sight in front of him. He can see through the whole windshield. That hood bouncing around. Gordon controlling, braking easy right here. Right to the inside, Matty Brabham in the number 83. Brabham saying nice and calm. He's got to realize he has the overall wrapped up right now. All he needs to do is stay nice and calm, and he is good to go for the overall. Behind him, it is Gavin Harlan, number 55. Royal Purple truck. Paul the Dude Morris in the Hoff. True Fuels driver number 51, Jeff Hoffman. He had his first podium a few weeks back in Adelaide, Australia at the Clipsal 500. Nathan Kaiser sending us over there. Hey, mate, how are you, Nathan? Thanks for coming to Long Beach. As you see him up on 3 wheels, very tight racing. You throw a blanket over the top couple of guys here. Gordon and Brabham slowly starting to pull a bit of a lead over Gavin Harlan. Harlan in that third place. He's about to get some serious pressure applied by Paul the Dude Morris. Harlan, as we mentioned earlier, with some newfound confidence after yesterday's podium finish. His first podium in his Stadium Super Trucks career. So right now you see guarding his lines, guarding the inside of the track a little bit. That is Gordon. Gordon knows that most likely Matty Brabham's going to run him clean. He's going to race him clean, but we get down to the last and final lap. I think you're going to see some paint swap. There's a little bumper-to-bumper action. Brabham into the back of Gordon. Now they're wide open, flat-footed, second gear, pinned out over that Toyo Tires jump, over the start-finish line, into third gear, and wide open down into turn 1. Quick shot there of Erik Davis in the always evolving number 75. He gets around sideways. He and Bill Hines having an epic battle towards the back of the pack. Out front, Toyo Tires getting the power of the ground for our current leader, Robby Gordon. And that number 7 truck looking really good. Pulling a bit of a gap over Brabham right now. You didn't see that. It looks like maybe he found a whole nother gear he didn't know he had as he's on the gas, starting to separate himself from the number 83. DeVilbiss driver. DeVilbiss, one of the largest in the world for spray finish, industrial, automotive, and industrial. So that's really great stuff for the 83 of Matty Brabham. A little new livery on that truck. As you see them all right here, single file, not a lot of passing through this section so far this weekend. I see them now up on 3 wheels. FB, the China-sponsored ramp right there. See them around the corner now. Really sketchy as they all drift to the outside. We've seen a lot of accidents in all the classes right there. As for the second time in this race alone, we've seen Jeff Hoffman just almost rubbing the wall right there in that section in the 50-1 True Fuels truck. And now Brabham putting a lot of pressure on Gordon. A little over a lap and change left to go in this race. Gordon to the inside. Brabham follows in suit. Safecraft Safety Equipment getting that number 83 along. Smoke off the Toyo Tires sponsored number 7. Nice and easy, getting the power to the ground. KMC Wheels supplies some airtime. Right to the Toyo Tires ramp, heading towards the start-finish line. Checkered flag is out. And your winner, Robby Gordon in the Toyo Tires number 1. It is Gordon Brabham. Harlan with his second podium finish this weekend and in his career with a 3rd place. Paul Morrison 4th. Hoffman number 5. Lyondike in 6th. Great run for all.